changeover valve is this area of the product here, and transfers the airflow between the cleaner head or the wand handle, depending on whether the product is in the upright or reclined position. Before replacing the cov, you will need to remove the following parts as previously shown. The filter side ball shell, the post filter assembly, the interface plate, and the service side ball shell. With those parts out of the way, you then need to remove the small Torx T8 screw and captive washer from the rear of the cov hose assembly. You then recline the product you'll then expose a second T8 screw just underneath the upper chassis. If I then turn the machine around just to point out a part, so on this side of the product you have this spring which is gold in colour. You need to unclip or unhook this from the forward lock cover, which you have to actually do from the other side again. find it easy to do this with a machine in the upright position. So it's a case of a clip in it through the rear here. Just be very careful, because you don't want to cause damage to the forward lock cover itself. Then working back on the filter side of the product, you can now remove this linkage. You need to be fairly firm with it, because you'll find that the tool holder gets in the way. So just really force it out of the side of the product. With the linkage removed, you then gained access to a third T8 screw and washer. Just sits on top of the cov hose. With the screw removed, you can then remove the cov hose itself. Don't be afraid, just to be quite firm and slide it out from the product. Now, in lots of cases, the hose may be the faulty area of the product, but if you want to take one stage further, you can then turn the product round and then remove the fourth and final Torx T8 screw, which holds the other side linkage in place. Then the last step is to unhook this silver coloured spring from this plastic retaining of the motor bucket. But it is important that when you unhook it, that you're very careful. Because if you do cause damage to the retaining feature, then that will result in replacement of the motor bucket assembly. Then with the spring and fastened, you can finally remove the service side linkage assembly.